Some news from Delhi now. January to March is often called the season of college festivals in the national capital. Now, some of these are massive events with celebrities in attendance. They attract hundreds of students with events running late into the night. But a recent incident has highlighted the security issues linked to these college festivals, especially the security of female students. Now, the incident we are talking about today has happened at Delhi University's Indraprastha College. On Tuesday, a group of drunk men gate-crashed the college fest. They scaled the walls, entered without passes, and harassed female students. They chanted slogans about similar harassment cases at Miranda College as well. What happened next is classic institutional failure. The students say the police and the college authorities were unable to stop the harassment. What's more, they locked up hostelers instead of cracking down on these hooligans. Cut to Wednesday. The students decided to protest. They turned up in large numbers to oppose the inaction by the police and college authorities. And guess what the cops did? They removed and detained protesting students. Like I said, this incident has raised questions about the security situation in Delhi's colleges, especially during festivals. They're immensely popular and definitely here to stay. But without adequate security measures and a proactive college administration, such incidents are never far away. In this case, the Delhi Commission for Women has also taken note. She's saying she's asking the Delhi police to take the strictest action possible. Cops say 7 men have already been arrested. The others are being identified from the CCTV footage that is available. Let me go straight across to Ishika, who is joining us live from the Indraprastha College. She has a few girls with her who were witness to what happened, the hooliganism and the eve-teasing and the harassment that happened on college campus. Ishika, it's over to you. What are the girls saying? Not just about what happened yesterday, but also about what happened today. It's shameful that these girls protest police and administration inaction and they are detained.
Well, yes, Shreya, as you rightly pointed out, very upsetting incident that took place yesterday. And, that forced these girls, these female students to come out to protest for their own rights. And today, the scenes that we saw, that there was a massive police deployment. And when these girls were protesting there, they were detained. Now, that is the question, these girls are also asking today that why was that security not put in yesterday? So I'll go straight across to some of them. So my first question to you is, what happened yesterday that, in fact, forced you to come on the streets today?
Okay, so I'm Shambhavi, and yesterday काफ़ी सारे लोग इकट्ठा हो गए थे कॉलेज गेट के बाहर. So registrations were closed and the entry was also closed at 3. उसके बावजूद बहुत सारा क्राउड बाहर इकट्ठा हो गया था गेट पे and they were forcefully trying to enter. Most of them, all of them were men who climbed the walls और hostel के walls को climb करके वो अंदर घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. Inside they were drunk and high men and they abused, they harassed, molested, eve-teased the students inside the college.
And the security guards and the college authorities were silent spectators.
Yeah, the police was there was just minimum amount of police on the campus, and inside there were I don't know, number approximately 6 to 7 police, and outside there were just 5 to 6 police. And the guards, because the situation got out of control, so many of them who climbed obviously entered unchecked, and they took the alcohol and everything inside the college, and they were drunk, they were high. But the response of administration to all of this was कि अंदर men are drunk, they are high, they are abusing, they are harassing. So to protect yourself.
So one thing I want to know from you, that happened yesterday. Today, after you protested, what was the response that you got from the college authorities?
Nothing. We got nothing. We were detained. We were brutally detained. और दिल्ली पुलिस जिसने कल खुली छूट दी उन गुंडों को कॉलेज में जाके महिलाओं को हरास करने की, आज उसने हमें हरास किया. हम देखते हैं कि हम जब प्रोटेस्ट करते हैं तो हमें बालों से घसीट कर, हमारे कपड़ों के अंदर हाथ डाल के, ब्रेस्ट को ग्रैब करके इस बर्बरता से हमें डिटेन करती है. क्या ये यही पुलिस है जो हमारी सुरक्षा के लिए डिप्लॉय की जाती है? उसके बाद एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से प्रिंसिपल आती है और हम लोग जब डिटेन होते हैं उसके बाद रिलीज होने के बाद वी गो बैक टू कॉलेज टू आस्क फॉर अकाउंटेबिलिटी, टू आस्क फॉर आंसर्स। और प्रिंसिपल क्या करती है कि प्रोफेसर्स और सीआरपीएफ का ह्यूमन चेन बनता है और वो कॉलेज से भाग जाती है।
So as you clearly heard these people, what these girls are saying, that they had to come today on the streets to demand the answers, and yet there is literally no response that they have got from the college authorities. They are now also saying that the college principal, instead of answering them, she ran away from them. So this is the response that they have got from the college authorities so far, and they are saying that they will continue to raise this question, because ultimately it is the question of every university girl about her safety. Over to you.
Okay, Shika. Thank you very much. The fact is, Yashovardhan Azad is a former IPS officer. He's joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Azad, first of all, apologies for having kept you waiting. Simply nothing worked on time today for us, so accept apologies. Here's the Delhi police. I mean, just look at the version that is coming in from the girls. This is the Delhi police that has a measly presence outside IP college because there was a fest going on. They are unable to stop the gundas from entering, scaling walls, harassing the girls. And the next day when the girls are protesting about it, they send in the entire army. They send in their entire force to detain these girls. I mean, what do you say to it?
Shreya, you rightly pointed out it's a total institutional failure. First of all, it was evident that this had happened in Miranda House. And something like this, a college fest, as you rightly said, is an extremely important festival. When I was there in the 70s, it was perhaps the most important thing we had, where we got an opportunity to meet the women from other places, and we used to really enjoy it. What I'm shocked about is two things. One is that, now when the men are getting more and more opportunities to be with the girls, students, women, why are these things happening? And secondly, the institutional failure, because as was pointed out by Ishika and one of the girls, there are about 7-8 policemen inside and 6 or 7 outside. Plus you had the college security staff. So if you have a group of 25, which is virtually like a platoon, then there should have been some exercise before. But this is what it looks like to me. It really looked like a ragtag army on that particular day, not trying to get involved in anything. And using your Hindi terminology of Turkofying, I would say this is more like a Samjhao Bujhao organization than a kind of an effective organization to implement something. If they would have acted tough right then, with those few gundas, the rest would have just run away. I'm absolutely shocked. I'm absolutely distressed to say that this kind of thing happening in such a good college, the IP college, where we used to go for debates, where we used to go for festivals. I mean, it's beyond comprehension. And the next day, if the women were, capturing the public place, so what? Yes, let them protest because they were protesting for the right reasons. And the last point which I want to make, Shreya, is that, most academicians don't make good administrators. Therefore, when you appoint principals, I have seen they like to keep no liaison with anybody from outside. They don't like to do any proper arrangements. They don't want to do any kind of proper engagement with the students. And that's why these things keep happening on. It's unfortunate. It's a very sad incident.
It's sad, and it reflects very, very poorly on the Delhi police, which is very quick to crack down on dissenters, which is very quick to crack down on protests, whether it's an opposition protest or whether it's a student protest. But it's a force that is very slow to do its job. In fact, in most cases, it is missing in action, like it was at the IP college during the fest, when those goons climbed walls and harassed these girls. Thank you very much, Yashovardhan Azad, for joining us on the broadcast and giving us your perspective. As you rightly said, sad and reflects very, very sadly on the Delhi police. I hope they've done some introspection after what has happened today. We'll slip into a quick break on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we are getting you a story from Kerala and asking if this is not defamation and who answers for this. That story is coming up next. Do stay with us.